Jackson Radio Show.
Remember Nancy Pelosi said it's going to be Armageddon if this tax bill passes.
Right. People are going to die.
Now you have more than 1 million people that have received more than $1 billion between that just in bonuses. And just think starting next month and in March, people are going to be taking more home in their paychecks because the withholding tables are coming out. But what's even more interesting that no one talked about prior, we know the freeze that is going on and the energy cost. Look, energy company after energy company lowering their rates because of the tax benefit and passing that on to their customers. So you're seeing it in so many, from your wages, from the minimum wage going up, from maternity leave being longer, to now even some of your bills being less because of this tax bill. This really is the start of America's comeback.
America's coming back. Welcome back, everybody. Whoa, America's back. America is back. MAGA, make America great again. People know that. They know MAGA instantaneously. America first. What do you say? That was a McCarthy. And he's talking about all the things that this tax plan has done. How can you argue with this? This is why I said, forget all the scandals. How do you argue with this? Donald Trump said, I'm going to not only keep business here, I'm going to bring it back with a tax cut. How do you argue with people getting $1 billion in their pockets instantaneously? How do you argue with the free market giving raises, raising its own minimum wage standards, not government forcing them, just doing it? How do you argue with that? How do you argue with success? Democrats will find out how to do it. Democrats will do it every time. They don't care. They don't care that Donald Trump's tax cut is successful. They will sell it like it's Lucifer created it himself, and you are going to burn in HE double cricket socks for being part of it, whatever. If you take that money, you're going to rot. That money's no good. Bad juju. So that's just what they do. But here's what's interesting. The Democrats believe this strategy is going to work. They bet on the all-in strategy that if none of us vote for this tax cut, and we can sell this tax cut as for the rich are getting richer, nobody's this, that, and the other, and it is totally backfired. Now, I'll ask you this. You think they're calm about this new development? Or you think they're panicked? Because let me tell you something. When Donald Trump said he needed to cut taxes, he didn't think about it. He didn't poll test it. He didn't try to find out what are people's. He knows it's your money. We need to give it back. You're going to do the right thing by it. You're going to put it back you're going to put it into an economy that's growing. Let me tell you, one of the first things that many people in America did when they got that money back, they said, I need to put this money in the stock market. You'd be crazy to be missing the stock market right now. I know Kevin is due for a correction, and you'd be crazy not to be in the stock market taking something. If you have, I'll put it to you this way: if you'd had $500 and you put it in Boeing rose 139% or something like that since election time, since Donald Trump got elected, and this is after Donald Trump said to Boeing, if you don't get your act together and building Air Force One, I'm going to pull that contract from you. Yeah, it's after he threatened them. Their stock has gone up 139% or something like that. Caterpillar, all these companies just shooting up. And you'd say, well, it's due for a correction. We're not talking artificial. He's not putting money in there and, printing it and going, okay, look at what the economy's doing. He's saying, nope. And I'm still going to, I haven't done this yet, but maybe you guys can do it during the next break. I know we don't have a whole lot of show left, but maybe so. But I said, Donald Trump has held our debt relatively steady. I said this the other day. How do you do that? This man is calm. See, timid men prefer the calm despotism to the tempestuous sea of liberty. That's what Thomas Jefferson said. Trump's not a timid man. He's saying, we don't need big government. You don't need it either. But let me tell you what the left is going through right now. And this is a quote from Ovid. He says, the man who's experienced a shipwreck shudders even at a calm sea. That's what you have on the left. These are people that have been through a shipwreck. They don't know what to predict with Obama. Sure, his elitists got rich. You, at the base level, what he would call Main Street, you got ripped off. Wall Street made out like a bandit. Main Street got ripped off. You don't know if you're going to have a job. You don't know if you can get a job. You don't know if you're going to pay your bills, blah, blah, blah. Barack Obama hoped that your electricity would go higher. He said it. He says, I hope gas goes to $7-8 a gallon. That'll force you into renewable energy. And oh, by the way, that's going to be more expensive initially and probably for a long time. He didn't care. He wanted that. You just heard McCarthy say, electric companies are giving people something back. Now, let me explain to you what happens when the electric company, see, that's the way black people say electric. We don't use that first E. You can have that E. Give it to a Polish dude. He can put it between that S and the Z. Anyway, what Donald Trump did by lowering these costs and giving money back to these utilities is he gave everybody a raise. If you're on a fixed income, and you save $50 on your electric bill, you got a $50 raise. You got money maybe for a movie. Forget the tax base. I mean, if you're poor, you're probably not going to be getting a lot of money back necessarily, but you're going to get raises in these other things. Food cost is going to go down. That's what I was really trying to say. I just didn't finish it. But for you all out there going, you hear that? You hear what Kevin's saying? He's probably in there smoking weed. I don't smoke weed. But do you get what I'm saying? These are things that impact everybody. Wait till these checks start going back. These when people's checks are larger, because when they do those withholding tables he was talking about. So let's say you theoretically were going to get back $1,000 last year, and suddenly you're getting back $3,500. So instead of $100 being in your, out of your paycheck, you're going to have $200 in there because there's going to be a delta. You're going to be like, what? Why's my paycheck bigger? Trump tax cut. This kicks in March. What do you think's going to happen by November? I told you, take politics out of it. Take the scandals that's going to come up and they're going to just be bleeding the Democrats dry. Take those out. What do you think's going to happen in November? Everybody's talking about Donald Trump's concerned because, they've been losing these elections. Donald Trump is calm. Calm. There was another calm quote that I want to tell you about. A guy named Johann Gaspar Leviter, and he says this: he who seldom speaks and with one calm, well-timed word can strike dumb the loquacious is a genius or a hero. And what he's describing there, years ago, Johann, Donald Trump on Twitter. Donald Trump correcting the record, doing what he does best, taking a very small number of words and just blowing away those who speak lots. Barack Obama talking about, he gave a 4-minute plus speech. I ain't even gonna say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He's saying he's gonna save Carrot. They all say that. They all come in here and what's he gonna do? You gonna wave a magic wand? And he went on to say that not only is he not gonna save Carrier, he's not bringing manufacturing back. You need to get used to, and here are the 2 words you should keep in mind: the new normal. That's what Barack Obama called it. And these knucklehead leftists have the nerve to tell us Trump is inheriting Barack Obama's economy. You got Apple going, Tim Cook, gay leftist leader of one of the largest companies in the world, and he says, nope, I'm doing it for the tax cuts. Talked about it the other day. There's no sense belaboring it. Just telling you folks, the left have to panic. And a panicked person doesn't do very well in any situation. Panic causes tunnel vision. It causes you to see, a hopeless situation and you say, this is the only way out, and you're not able to think because your mind gets cluttered. I don't know chemically what's going on. I could give you some theories, but it doesn't help you. Calm acceptance of danger, calm acceptance of the inevitable lets you assess the situation better, and then you see the options available to you and you take them. What the left told you about Donald Trump is what they told you about themselves. He's reckless. He's unhinged. They are. He's calm. He knows the direction he wants to go. No big issue at all. He was laser focused on tax cuts. When Donald Trump implemented the tax cuts, you didn't go a year waiting on a website to be developed. It worked, and it worked right away. Wait till you see the rest.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.